He's good. Yeah. Let me log off of the Wi-Fi on my phone.
All right, recording now. Ready, boys?
Yep.
Yo!
Hey!
What's up, YouTube?
Let's go.
YouTube.
Let's go.
Cody Co here, back with another video.
We're back again. This is sick. It's been a few months again. It has been. We always take time off because people are
Doing podcasts takes a lot of
yeah,
work.
it's
man.
a lot of work.
Takes a lot of work.
I got a question. Are we doing gallery mode or are we doing single shots?
Oh, this is a good question.
We gotta do gal. I
Yeah, we
think
gotta
gal
do
is the
gal.
move.
Is it being recorded that way though?
Yeah, I think we're on gallery. Yeah.
Okay, I just switched to gal. So.
Oh, now you're on the gal.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you switch it?
How'd you switch it, Fitz?
Wait. Well, I
Oh,
just
yeah, we're
switched it
We're good.
for my viewing pleasure, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think it
if it
records.
We're professionals.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes,
But yo,
videographers.
this episode we're going through our entire Europe tour. This shit. Any of you guys remember that?
No. That was
Yo.
like 10 years ago.
Not.
Comment below if you remember that. You know?
If I'm being honest, the whole thing was kind of a blur.
Yeah, it was, but it was like honestly one of probably my favorite tour in terms of just like feeling good and like
It's also the tour you have I think all of us have the most stories from. So we got
Yeah.
lots of stories.
And there's no better tour than a tour where you just get driven around the whole time
Yeah.
That is true.
by a big Scottish guy. He just drives you around. You just have to sit there. Yeah, that's the best kind of tour.
Quick fun fact.
Debatable.
It was the first technical tour I went on with you guys.
It was.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is that we really jumped in. That's like when people meet after 2 weeks and get married. That was like sort of our situation.
Like, hey, nice
Dude, if I've never
Europe.
toured in like a fucking like Ford Edge before, I would have been like, these guys are living the life. This is what they're gonna do every tour.
Yeah.
Get a driver, get a fucking like limo van thing that we had.
And then we're just off to the races, man.
That only lasted so long.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, shout out assholes, man.
We'll get there.
Question for Mike. How did you feel for that to be like your first tour with us? Like that must have been fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, not to get like too into it, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, why is there a drummer opportunity right now when you guys are about to go to Europe? Like, that's all I'll say. But like, I was like kind of mind blown about it. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. No, dude, it was dope. Honestly, one of my favorites for sure. But yeah, we're gonna go through every date of that tour and like see what memories pop up. So let's start off with Dublin, Ireland. This is the first show, which was like
Big show.
So crazy to like be overseas playing a show.
Well, we kind of talked about this on the podcast once before, but the flight over was a time. It was an experience.
Yeah.
They got to go back and watch old episodes.
And
we also-
Okay.
Before we even played a show, we were there for like a few days, right? And we already took a ferry, or no? Did we take a ferry already?
Because we started in Manchester.
Yeah. So we stayed.
Right.
So we had to. Yeah.
And then we took a ferry over to Ireland.
The stupid thing, I mean, I guess it wasn't stupid because it just kind of logistically made sense. But I remember when we flew over, we flew into Ireland and then we had like a layover
in Ireland, and then we went to Manchester, and then we had to go
Yeah.
back to Ireland.
Yeah.
And all through our favorite airline, Aer Lingus.
Aer
Lingus.
The Lingus.
Our bros. But yo, the best, like my favorite moment from that show was us playing our first song and they kept the house music on and Doug goes, yo, turn the fucking house music off. That's bullshit. We're bearing. So then we ripped into the next song and I was like,
yeah,
badass.
And like, I feel for the sound guy because the way that show went, it was kind of a shit show. Like
To
with
start it off, set it off had like crazy traffic issues, right?
It was because it was the first night of the tour, so they had stuff to set up and there was other stuff going on, and
We were setting up our gear like 10 minutes before we were supposed to start playing. So
like we didn't even get a line check. So I feel for the sound guy because he
it was
kind of
like-
was in the same boat. Like he kind of just showed up and was like, well, I have 10 minutes
Yeah.
to kind of figure out how to sort this out. So I feel for him, but I also had to give him a little bit of
Yeah.
something.
What
Little
song was
little
playing?
kick in
You
the
remember?
pants.
It was a cool moment though, you know.
Yeah, start off our first European tour.
Oh, and that show too. I plugged my amp in for the first time. It was my first time plugging my amp into a UK power outlet, and
Yes.
I didn't switch the voltage on the head. And as soon as I plugged it in, it just fucking fried and it electrocuted me.
Yeah.
So I just had to
Yeah.
straight into the house, and it sounded awful.
Yeah.
It
But
sounded like shit
It was a
because
small
like
ass venue though, so it didn't.
you
even-
you
then in Scotland, I got it fixed, and we had my amp. It was all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also
thank God.
my first show with the lunchbox amp. You know what I'm saying? What was it? The micro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that thing rocked.
Microtear.
Thing rocked the whole tour.
Yeah, they sounded good, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that show was rad. Next one was Glasgow. I don't
I don't know
I
if
know
we'll
the
have-
night, but I don't remember the show too well.
Yeah, I don't remember the show.
I don't know if
either.
we'll have a lot of. I don't know if I'll have stories for all of these places.
No.
Yeah.
But I
We-
do
No.
we had a pretty wild bet. Like we went out to like weird bars, like
Yeah.
they were like ravey bars.
Me and Mike had an experience. We left you guys.
Oh yeah.
We left the group and like just went to like a club.
Yeah, you did like
That was the second night?
It was a crazy club too.
Yeah.
Dude, the ceilings were low. The ceilings were like a
Yeah.
foot above my head or above Ryan's head.
everyone in Scotland's short.
But yeah, that was it was a fun night. Like got to know Kaz better and like you know the
Yeah.
group.
That was probably the first night we had Weatherspoons. Was it Weatherspoons?
Withers.
Weatherspoons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great spot.
lived off that and Greg's the whole tour, right?
Other Spoons and Greg's.
Yeah. But yeah,
Spoons
like,
and Greg's.
yo,
it
Glasgow.
going.
Was that also the night that we went like way up north to that guy's place and like had like tobacco weed or whatever?
Oh,
No,
that
that
was
was
in
Ireland.
Ireland.
That
That
was
was the
Ireland.
first show.
Yeah, because remember we asked him something about what's the difference between Northern Ireland and the other part of Ireland, and he was like kind of pissed we didn't know that they got. Well, he wasn't pissed, but he was like, "Oh, there's some shit there. Like
Yeah.
there's some drama. Like we do not get along type
He
thing."
was a great dude though.
Great dude.
Yeah.
We learned
And
a little bit about Irish history that night.
thing about this tour though was the fact that we stayed with people almost every night and we didn't know any of them before we showed up.
Yeah.
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 Like it
Well,
was
because we
brand-
ended up in like this, because you remember all the books we had to sign every place we stayed. We had to sign a book,
yeah,
Yes.
like all the
and
things-
there was no one thing we noticed. None of these people let American bands stay at their places except for Drug Church for some reason.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were the
Drug
only
Church and
American band that was like in the circle of
Oh,
like that group of
that's-
people that would all let
that's
people stay
true.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say with confidence, but they're
They're
Australian.
Australian. Yeah.
So-
It was all
They were
Aussie
all-
bands and Canadian bands. And then the only American band that seemed to be in the space there, like
Yeah.
Drug Church. So I guess they have some good cred.
They must.
Crazy.
Next one's Leeds UK. I don't have one for
I don't
this. I can't really remember it. I think it was a cool venue. I mean,
No,
they're all-
Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds. It was a cool venue. There was like an emo night or something after the show. Everyone got a little crazy.
I remember.
There's
Oh, I remember that one.
there's like a TikTok video of like the DJ playing some like 80s music or something in the background, and it like zooms in on Colin's face. That was like when we started the trend on that tour of like
Huh.
the club going off, and then you get a video of one of the members just being like,
Was that? Yeah.
Why did I thought that was Scotland.
That was a
No,
good one.
yeah, where the venue is split into two, and then the other half was like the green room, technically.
Yo, Doug, that's the.
yeah,
We have a photo. Remember me and you like pointing at each other's chains?
Yeah,
That was that. venue.
that's in Leeds. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a fun
That's
night
a good time.
afterwards. Yeah, you're right. The emo night was sick.
yeah, it was crazy. Man.
I don't know if it was an emo night
It was,
or there was.
They were playing
Yeah,
like
there was
rave
an emo
music,
night.
weren't they? At the,
It
think
started
it-
as like an 80s night, and then it like turned.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not gonna pretend like I do.
I mean, yeah, I forgot completely. So even knowing that it was that venue's cool. The next one was Newcastle, man. I think Newcastle is one of my favorite shows. Like in terms of like, you guys remember it being just a really
Same.
Wait, is the next show Manchester?
Yeah, like Newcastle now.
Okay, yeah, because those back to back were really good. Yeah, I remember.
Manchester was one that was up a bunch of stairs, right?
Yeah. But Newcastle went hard, man. I remember that being like, wow, this crowd is like nuts. Even for us, like I remember a video mentioned like everybody just going off, and it was cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So and then Manchester.
Cool venue. Yeah. Not much to say about it, but
a lot of them blended together because it was like very similar. Like there was no culture shock. And then when we went into every single European country, it was like a different culture.
Yeah, like even the next one after Manchester is Birmingham, and like I can't remember anything right now.
That is the place we went. We went to
Birmingham. I don't even know what that was.
No, I remember Birmingham.
We went to like a couple thrift stores in the area. I think we were hanging with like Lizzie Farrell a little bit, and that's when we stayed at the school.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because wasn't Birmingham like kind of, this isn't a great word, but a little dingier, like a little.
Yeah, like we were saying,
a little more Hamilton like.
Wait, let's talk about the school.
Yeah, the school was cool. So like
school that was like people lived in the abandoned school, and like and like
everyone's room was a classroom.
Yeah.
Well, like let's just say it was legal. Like they were like fully moved in.
Yeah,
like under a contract. So it was an abandoned school though, which was weird that they just converted into like a place that people could stay. Like I don't know.
But it was like an arts community. Like everyone who lived in the building were musicians, and then they had one tattoo artist who lived there, and in the hallways there were like skateboards everywhere, and you could like skateboard from room to room, and like that night we hung out.
The bathroom was like it was like half a kilometer walk, dude.
Yeah, it's like you gotta go in the middle of the night. You gotta walk.
When they use those showers too, like the group. I was like, that's where you'd shower.
Yeah. I remember being in like this dude named Jay's classroom bedroom at like 2 a.m, and like we were just like listening to like Neck Deep or something, and I was like, this is wild. Like, where am I?
Yeah,
and like the main spot we were sleeping in was like the main community hall, and like Vukovi was there, right? And then I mean there's a lot of people in that room, maybe people I didn't even know. I forget.
Dude, I think like we slept like 20 people in that room, all of us together. Like it was a lot. But that was crazy. The next one's London, which like, dude, London was the first one where I was like, we're in fucking London.
Yeah, it's cool to walk around London for sure.
Yeah. That was sick.
We lost Colin for a little bit.
Yeah, you guys.
Colin had a meeting.
Colin didn't come, and then we went to where the Queen lived, right?
Yeah, we did. Oh man,
Buckingham Palace, man.
Because I remember because Fitz said out loud,
yeah,
I wonder if her dog's gonna be here, and then someone said the dog's dead.
No, he said, where are the corgis? And he said it maybe 10 times. It was a lot of times he yelled that.
And then someone just said like the dog is dead, like the Queen's dog is dead, the original one at least. Fitz is still stuck.
He's frozen up.
That's a good smile though. Look at that.
Yeah, he looks good.
Fitz lost the Wi-Fi.
He'll be back someday. But yeah, dude, like just keep him like that. It's better, you know. Like he looks good. He's quiet.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, here he is.
There we go.
Not as happy.
Also,
what the hell?
No, that was funny.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the London day was also the day we all got the fancy pants, the British fancy pants.
Yes, we all wanted pants that
were plaid pants to fit in.
Yeah. Which was rad. London was fucking beautiful, dude. Right after that was when we got out of the UK. We went to Paris, which is like a lot of highlights.
Oh,
a lot of highlights.
Such an insane night.
Like our first night there, dude, was all of us going to the Eiffel Tower, and like staying there till midnight.
We all got bottles of champagne.
So what?
Yeah.
So with the Eiffel Tower, it was actually the main field that it was next to was totally fenced off and no one was on it. Remember? Like they had it closed and we opened up the gate to go on because we were like, fuck this, we're in Paris, we're gonna go on. And then they all followed us. Like then and there was like 50 people on all of a sudden.
Yeah, it only takes one. And we were the one that said fuck the rules, and everyone else was like, fuck the rules. Why wouldn't we be allowed to stand on grass?
That was the day we started our careers as influencers. We influenced the Paris locals.
Yeah, we did.
Also, like all those guys were still there selling champagne and like beers.
And we remember like bartering with them and shit. Like I remember I went up to one dude and he was like selling the champagne and I was like, how much? And he was like 20. And I was like, oh, I only got 5. And then like I opened up my wallet and he saw I had 20 and he was like, what? And I was like, sorry. And I gave him the 5 and I took the champagne and ran away.
God, dude.
Yeah, they're hustlers.
Yeah, that was killer.
Also, like the show the next day, that venue was a little bit smaller. I remember it was like a tighter room, and it was like so cool.
I remember I was standing on the merch table because I got really drunk at the show, and I was standing on.
Yes, you did.
And I was yelling French, but it was like Canadian French, so like people are only like half understanding what I was saying, and they were like, "What?"
And also, low key, probably think you're just making fun of them.
Yeah.
No, I said, "Come on, which means how are all of you?" And everyone cheered, and I was like, "Hey,
I'm French."
But I was like, "Yeah!" I was like, "I got this."
We got the Paris fans, you know.
Yeah.
And
then the night after we got the champagne, I remember ordering France Uber Eats, and like I didn't know how to type in the address properly, and like my current location wasn't working. And I remember like trying to find the guy and just leaving the little like fenced in townhouse community we were in and running down the street in my socks trying to find the pizza guy.
Hey dude, it's
and like the pizza was crazy. It was like real European ass pizza.
And yo, that night in Paris, we're not gonna get into it. If you guys want the real story, you can have
subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's on. No, for real.
What?
That was a wild
crazy night.
That was a crazy
night.
Just like
that was Paris too.
The Paris,
that was Paris night, dude. Okay, we will we can't. No.
Okay.
No, OnlyFans.
To get
it's nothing like that bad. It's just
we're hyping it up.
Just Fitz did not have his brightest moment. That's all that happened.
I'd say that might have been his brightest moment.
Right? It probably was his brightest moment.
But like not even that, it's like that, and then there's like 2 other stories as well from that night.
We can't be doing this, dude. We can't be teasing that shit happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's just give a hint because I don't want anyone to think we like murdered someone and we're keeping it covered up.
Yeah.
The hint is that after the show, the bartender had saw that we played the show at the venue, and he was like, "Hey, we're homies." And he was giving us shots and stuff. He gave Colin a shot. Colin threw it up all over his shirt. I remember it clearly.
No, it was into the urinal. It wasn't on my.
Oh yeah, he saved it.
And a bunch of guys what you doing? They were like, "Oh, sick."
Dude, you're a puker, right?
Yeah.
But by that point, everyone was feeling loose, feeling like we owned the place. They were having a club night after the show, and I was dancing on stage.
Getting right
and.
We got
security didn't like that.
Well, security but that's okay. Down. You got down, and then you got right back up when he and then he was like, "All right."
Anyway, we got kicked out of a couple places that night, but that's the majority.
A lot of kicking out, and we had some good conversations that night. Some 5 a.m. rippers. Then we traveled to Antwerp. Antwerp was sick. Like
I don't remember Antwerp.
Yeah, dude. So here's how I remember Antwerp.
Yeah.
Oh, Antwerp.
There was the sound guy didn't show up.
Yep.
No, that was Belgium.
No.
Oh, that was Belgium.
It was.
Dude, Antwerp.
It was.
Sorry. I was sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's the same show.
Yes.
There was a sound person, but she didn't. Or maybe. Oh, sorry. She was the lighting girl.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right.
So was that the show where there was like a big courtyard outside and we were playing soccer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And dude,
and
for Bacovi ran sound.
Yeah. Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
Remember after the
Was it
show?
Martin or was
sounded-
it Cameron?
Martin, you killed it.
It was Martin.
It was
okay.
Martin.
And
I
it
remember
sounded
because
great.
his big orange hair was just bopping around as we played, and I could just see him.
You guys rock.
That
Martin, yeah, dude.
was a great show.
Shout out to
though.
Martin, bro.
Yo,
That was one of the best.
Martin.
cheers to Joe. Joe had a wild night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Sure
one of
did.
the best shows. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
genuinely like came to see us, and it
Yeah.
was, it was
That was
rad.
really cool. That was also the night that guy joined the tour for a little bit. Remember?
Daniel.
Daniel. Yeah.
Daniel.
He joined that
He
night.
was
Daniel was
a
the guy
party animal.
from Germany.
Yeah. He was wild.
Oh,
Jacoby's merch guy.
yeah, dude.
Still following
I
him.
remember Daniel.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he has a wild life.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, all his stories are him at like German electronic music festivals or industrial. I don't even know how to explain it.
So he's still alive. He's still
He's
just
still
Getting the bag.
riffing.
He's getting the bag, that's for sure.
Yo, the next one, probably the highlight for me, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Another one we probably, shouldn't.
Here's
get
the thing about Amsterdam. During the day, beautiful. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful place. Like everyone's walking around. It's honestly insane. It's my favorite city probably ever.
It's my
When
favorite.
it hits nighttime though, that shit like flips on its head. Like the crazy people come out.
Yeah.
Like that
yeah.
one McDonald's we were at. First of all,
Oh,
so
yeah, that was
Joe, our manager, he was blasting Blue in the Dark out of his like Beats pill or like whatever, and he just beelined it for the bathroom in McDonald's while he was like jamming Blue in the Dark. It was
That's
really
you.
fun.
Well,
That's
that
remote bearings, dude.
that McDonald's kind of ended up
Shafted
being
me.
like weirdly our base
Our hub.
in Amsterdam
We kept
because
ending up
it was
there.
it.
Yo, remember
'Cause I-
Joe's Mayo experience? He
Yeah,
was,
they
like,
said
Yeah.
and he's Mayo, and he ran back.
It's the fastest I've ever seen someone spit out food
Yeah.
ever. Because it was literally like, well, he's vegan, so it was like a vegan junior chicken. So he's like, "Is the mayo vegan?" And they were like, "Yes." And then he said, "No." He said, "No." So he's like, "Okay, no mayo." And then you take a bite into it, and it was literally like the second it was like it hit his mouth, it was like, yeah, like it just projected.
Yeah, he spat it out.
Yeah.
And then I swear he brought it back and like complained, and then they gave him no
Another
mayo,
one.
but there was chicken on it. There was like just a full
Oh,
chicken
Yeah.
patty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was fuming. He was so mad, dude.
So that's why he came back through with playing our music. and
Yeah,
stuff,
'cause he
was
didn't
like,
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Amsterdam was wild.
But
Yo,
but hands down, like that is the best McDonald's I've ever had.
what?
Oh, they had those chili Thai junior chickens, dude. You remember
Yeah,
those?
they
They're like
were
spicy
insane.
chickens.
Yeah, their McDonald's is different, man. It tastes different, which is
Yeah,
like,
And they
They have
and
different
they have
menu
vegan
items.
stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think
Yeah.
it's
vegan meat
know.
and vegan
Yeah.
chicken.
it's
Like,
rad.
Yeah.
Then we traveled over into Germany. Cologne was the first one. Cologne.
Cologne was the first city that we were in that we were like, this doesn't feel that different from like everything.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt like a normal city, but
well,
Everyone was a
It's
dick
like-
at the gas station. That's what I
yeah.
remember.
Well, it's like a normal city. It's like Germany's like a normal place, except you have to pay to go to the washroom,
and they hate America.
Oh yeah,
which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you
I've
should have to
had
pay to go to the washroom.
I
think that-
don't even remember Cologne.
I don't remember Cologne at all. Like nothing's popping up right now.
Did we? Are you sure we played Cologne?
Yeah, it's on here.
Cologne.
No, because we didn't
Cologne,
didn't play the last show.
Oh,
No, we-
Berlin.
what
Berlin, because I was gross.
what was
Hamburg is
Col-
not Cologne.
what was the
Oh,
venue
dude,
in
I remember
Cologne?
Cologne. I remember Cologne because
It smells
And you-
bad.
well that
You,
no,
you
no,
made a
no.
joke about it on stage, didn't you? You did.
I didn't make a joke about anything. Ryan's the one that made the joke.
What did I say?
Said something about like a weed reference, but
Or
just-
did you say like it smells real good in here?
Oh
I
man,
wonder
I
why.
remember saying something bad now, but like it wasn't.
And most people didn't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what did I say?
Yeah. How
Damn.
about let's
I
not
don't
get
know.
into that.
Yeah. Who knows what it was, but it was probably bad.
But I remember after that show, because we started, I don't think we started the tour playing Tide. I could be wrong about that. But anyways, we were playing Tide. And we finished the set, and everyone always says in Germany, like they have a different way of communicating. Like they're a little more direct.
Yeah.
German
Oh,
honesty,
yeah.
European honesty. And I came to I was walking through the venue. I was kind of near the merch table, I guess. And this guy goes, "Hey, like, really liked your band's set." And I went, "Oh yeah, cool, thank you." And he said, "But the acoustic is awful." And I said, "Well, what part of it? You just didn't like the song?" He's like, "I like the song, but the guitar itself sounded like shit." And I was like, "Well, I mean, you take that up with the sound guy. I'm just playing it, you know?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I like the music though," but I thought it was so overly forward. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so direct.
Oh, dude, one of the shows, like I don't know what I'm thinking of it now, but remember the guy, like, shout out to him. He had a Move with the Tide tattoo on his neck.
Oh yeah.
That might have been that show.
No, it was
Maybe not.
No, it wasn't. Germany was weird. It was like
Same
it had
guy.
2 levels. It had 2 levels. You walk in, it was like a thing, then you go down the stairs, and then it's
because
Where was?
wait, what?
Sorry, real quick. What was the bar where we had like ancient beer? Do you know what I'm talking about?
That was in Germany.
I think that
it
was-
wasn't
That was, yeah.
ancient.
Well, it wasn't
it was-
ancient. It was the beer that they made to give to prisoners as their last drink before they were executed.
And it was so bad.
No, I liked
hated it.
Well, it was dark as shit. It was like super
Yeah,
dark.
it was super.
Was that in
dark.
Cologne or was that in?
this?
Yeah.
yeah, we were in like a dungeon. It was like a medieval dungeon.
That
Medieval.
place was cool. That place was cool.
I think that was Hamburg, our last show. Remember the last
Oh,
one?
okay.
Yeah.
Remember we had the backyard area, and
Yep.
we did a photo thing with Samantha.
Yeah.
So the guest.
Mhm.
And then do you remember we stayed with that old, like there was like an older woman that we stayed with, and she was unbelievably nice. She had amazing hospitality.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Gave us all this stuff, and then of course she's sleeping in her bed, and Joe.
It's late. It's late as fuck.
late.
It's like
It's
2 a.m.
in the morning, and Joe comes to walk into where we're sleeping, and he goes, "What's up, fuckers?" But he accidentally walked into her fucking room,
Her
so
bed,
she
yeah.
like screamed and woke up.
He was
Dude,
like,
I was sleeping. We were all sleeping in our beds, and all we hear is like Joe yelling, and then the lady going, "Oh!"
But that's because he stayed up late to have pizza with me, and you guys all put your sleeping stuff in that room, but he didn't know which room was was the room. I guess she told us, and then he thought he remembered which room was your guys. And I was sleeping in the living room that night, I think. But we stayed up to have pizza, and then I don't know why. Like, it's funny because even if he picked the right room, you guys were still all sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, it would have just been you guys waking up and being like, "What the fuck?"
"What's up, fuckers?"
I think I was still like half awake, just like on my phone. But this lady gave us like gift baskets with like little chocolates.
So
and stuff.
nice.
Yeah,
Nicest,
Yeah,
nicest
we
woman.
got literal loot bags. It was
Yeah.
sick.
super nice.
And then last but not least,
Oh, actually, that being said, you remember that? I think this is one thing about Cologne. The girl we stayed with literally gave us her whole apartment, and she went and stayed somewhere else.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember her.
And we were like, no, like you can stay at your
yeah.
apartment. We'll sleep in this tiny room or whatever. She said, no, like I want you guys to be comfortable, and literally just let us
That was-
have her whole apartment for like 2 days.
Dude,
Belgium. Remember those people who we let their cat out? You know that? You remember?
They had a whole house.
Yes,
We watched American Pie there all day.
Yeah.
them as well.
Let me,
yeah, we
let me
let their
talk about the
out,
cat
yeah.
real quick.
what? I remember sleeping all day when we stayed at that house, so I don't even know if I know
I
the
didn't
cat
do
story.
anything.
Dude, so like I don't know what it was. I don't know if we ordered food or something, but I remember opening the door and the cat like fucking sprinted out. Or like someone left the door open and the cat sprinted out. And then in the middle of the night at like 2, like again, it was like 2 a.m. I like needed to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and there's like a window there. And I look out the window and the cat's just staring at me. And I was like, where the fuck is this cat outside? And all the doors were locked. And I was pretty drunk. So I was tripping. I was like, how the fuck did this cat get outside? Did you like teleport outside?
Yeah.
And then I tried to get it back in, but it ran away. And then the owners of the house came back And
We're like, where's our cat?
Yeah.
yeah.
We kind of fucked
The
up
ki-
there.
Yeah.
They got the cat back, right? They got the cat
Yeah.
back.
We asked them,
Like,
we saw them at Groves Rock.
Yeah. They were at
yeah.
Rock, which
was the
is
next
was
show.
our next show to end the tour, which was fucking crazy, right? Like, man,
The
that was like
catering.
the
my
number
God.
one, the number one like story for me is just like me putting that amp, like the micro terror, up on the stack, and like all the sound guys taking photos of it and laughing. They're like
It was like this big.
on like Groves Rock, like a huge festival. And I got
Yeah, we played like the Red Bull stage. It was pretty like it was a big ass stage. So
yeah, it was
I
so
mean, they were all big, but
with massive
Well,
like
in that morning too, didn't we stay the previous night at the same place as Joyce Manor?
yeah.
And we were just all
Yes.
kind of sleeping in the morning, and their photographer came in, took a picture of us all,
Yeah.
made a sound, and then left.
Yeah, he's like,
No,
"All right."
I think he was like literally trying to make an art piece. Like he woke us up and then we just like all looked up and he got a picture as we were all like opening our eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
I to
probably
this
a
day
dope
want to see that
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, I want to
So
see
do
that
I.
picture, but we don't even know who he is.
So
we have no clue.
Joyce Manor, if you're watching this,
But dude,
hit us up.
Groves Rock, like getting to see all the other bands, like when we saw Comeback Kid, like me and Mike were going hard in the pit.
I have many
That
videos
was-
of you guys stage diving and taking kids out. And then I also
Yeah.
when we watched Next Beat,
Yeah,
yeah,
Fitz
next
is back
week, too.
stage.
Fitz got fucked
nobody
up.
caught him.
Yeah.
I have a video of Fitz just sprinting from the back of the stage. It was a huge stage. It took him like 10 seconds to get to the front of the stage, and then he dove and no one caught him, and he just landed on his fucking back or something.
Yo, who
Or
was
he got
Dude,
like clipped and landed like
that whole sequence of events was so bad for me because like I jumped off the stage. People like kind of caught me, but like really didn't care. And then like I fell, and then to get backstage, I went to go like I climbed back over the barrier. And when I climbed over the barrier, I just flipped right over and hit my knee on like the stand where the security guards stand, ripped my pants open, and I have a scar on my leg to this day of that.
Incredible.
And I didn't even realize that my pants were ripped or anything until we like were like halfway through the drive back to Manchester after the show, and we got to a gas station.
Yeah.
I looked down and I was like, bro, I'm bleeding.
then we flew home.
well, no, the
Yes.
Oh, real quick, who was
the
the
fairies,
who was like
though.
the headliner that night that we watched? Like, who was the last band?
Dropkick Murphys. wasn't it?
Dropkick Murphys.
Yes, and then like
Sorry.
we
Yeah.
hung out in like a tent area with beers for the last hour.
Dude, we had so
Yeah.
many free beers, and like catering was dope that day too.
Incredible. I got like a steak dinner. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
got less than a minute. We're at 30 seconds left.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
all right. Well, that's
That's
it.
the whole tour.
Then we flew home.
Yeah.
If this is goodbye, it's goodbye. But let's see if we get upgraded, because
Yeah.
sometimes we do.
But yo,
It's been a while.
It's been a
Yeah.
slice, if not though.
yeah. Thanks for listening to our
This is the weirdest goodbye